we swing the weapon. But as long as we don't take them out, they'll stay away. If we could get another red one, that would be perfect. Of course not. Okay, don't take the... Okay, that's fine. Okay, just need a third red one. We'll be fine. Another blue. Wow, a lot of blues. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there we go. We're good. So we pretty much just hold this position until the end of the minigame. Yeah, which I think is actually pretty hilarious. Yeah, I think that's the most I've had the blue ones show up, because it's usually just the orange and reds. But yeah, this is the way to cheese it. Yeah, we pretty much just have to keep swinging. And it doesn't really matter which way we do this. As long as we keep attacking, they'll stay far enough away. But as you can see, we pretty much just get to continue through this area. And also enjoy the background here. And we get the camera change. And then they back off. There we go. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah. Now we have another boss. Motor Ball. We're going to be switching the... Oh, I should have done it before, actually. Actually, no, we don't have to do anything. Yeah, we can just take them out. Who has Bolt? Okay, there we go. Alright, goodbye, boss. It's been fun. Welcome back. Goodbye, boss. That enemy, he took a lot of damage. And we got another star pendant. And there we go. That is the end of Midgar. Well, what do we do now? Sephiroth is live. I have a score. I have to settle the score. Will that save the planet? It seems so. Then I'm going. I'll go too. There are things I need to know. About the ancients? Many things. Well, I guess it's goodbye, Midgar. Yeah, that it is. Then, let's go. We need a leader for our journey. Of course, it could only be me. You think so? I think it should be Cloud. Damn it. Alright. Go northeast to a town called Calm. If something happens, we'll meet up there. Besides, we can't all be strolling around out there. It's too dangerous. Let's split into two parties. Alright, so who are we gonna take? We are actually gonna go with Tifa and Nanaki. Yeah, so funny enough, Barrett actually does comment if we take Aerith and Tifa with us. And Barrett's like, well, I should have figured. Yeah. I think they also make a comment if we bring Barrett and Red. I can't remember. So the Barrett stuff is going with us. Yeah, protect that, stop date. Yeah, I will say, it's a first time in a very long time since I didn't get that hard edge weapon. Yeah, I guess I just missed the enemy that we need. Alright, so enemy skill, we are good to head out. Yeah, here we are, the world map, finally. So there is an enemy that we need to fight around here. Just gotta wait for him to fill up. Because we are gonna get an enemy skill, and that is not it. So we're gonna take these guys out. Yeah, if we wanted to steal from them, we would get high potions. Yeah, Calm is right there, so... Yeah, it's pretty close to Midgar. This one should... Yeah, this one should be it. Alright, so Cloud has to get attacked for this. And I believe... Okay, there we go. We got Matra Magic. I think these guys have Atomic Scissors. So we're going to attack one, take it out, but steal from it. Good hit. Currently just wasting time here. Waiting to get Atomic Scissors. That's all I want. Taking a while to steal them. Come on, Tifa. Man, Tifa does not want to steal these. Atomic Scissors are a physical weapon for Barret. There they are. Attack. There we go. Yeah, surprisingly, even though Barret has the gun arm, he can equip, I think he has like 2 or 3 different weapons that are actually physical. He would like run up and punch. And that's pretty much what he does with the Atomic Scissors. So we got Matra Magic. We are actually going to be getting 2 other ones. Both of these are special in their own way. I got plenty of money for the first one. The second one is also special by who has it. So we're going to be running around for a bit. I'm just going to attack these normally here. Okay. Yeah, and I'll be explaining these when we get there. Ba, 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 ba. Some more rolls. Alright, so let's do this. Yep. Cloud finally leveled up. It's only been how long? Alright, so the first one is going to be from this dude. So what we're going to do, just to ensure that we get it for Cloud, we're going to set up an elemental ice on his armor, just so it lowers the amount of damage that he takes, because it does fire damage. So fire elemental, we'll just leave those as is. Start the fight. And we're going to fight a giant snake. The Midgar... I'm trying to remember the actual name. The Midgar is Sormer, but there was a localization issue where they called it the Midgar Zolom. So he has 4,000 HP, and we have to take some of it away. So let's do this one. This is 600. Okay, Tifa's gonna do that. Okay, so how this is gonna work is that I have to have these other characters attack. I'm gonna keep Cloud not attacking. Alright, he's gonna knock out Red. Cloud's gonna heal. I'm gonna attack with Tifa, then he should use Beta. Because that's what we have to learn. There it is. Alright, so I'm going to have Tifa do the next attack here. And it's going to do a fair amount, but not as much to Cloud because he has the elemental, as you can see. So he's going to cure Tifa. Tifa. Oh, she doesn't have anything, so let's attack again. Then we're going to use Beta. Okay. There we go. Beta collected. Yeah, so that right there is pretty much the sole reason why I usually tend to level up a fair bit in the first reactor, because of that fight. I like to get Beta at the earliest point possible because it is such a useful spell. Or a enemy skill to have, because it hits everybody, it does fire damage, and it does a lot of damage. So definitely useful to get very early on. So that is the main reason why I usually level up in the reactor itself. So now we're going to be setting up another one here. We do have to get something first, though. We have to get 47, 44, 46. I think Tifa is the one that's going to be affected by this one. We have to run into a certain enemy to get level 4 Suicide. It is an enemy skill that pretty much turns... It pretty much lowers their health into a critical state, pretty much. It does quite a bit of damage, but we have to find the enemy first. Yeah, let's just use this. It doesn't matter. Okay, now we're back up at 200,000. Alright, so since I do have access to them, I'm going to set this to level 3 again. Alright, we just have to run into the squirrels. Might take a little while. Okay, so we have these guys. I'll just attack them with the multi-element stuff. Oh, that's right. These guys... Okay, I think their magic defense is actually quite high. That's why. Yeah, I just do this instead. Ooh, I have a sand nun. Okay. I can't remember if we actually need that. Alright, come on, squirrels. Nope. Yeah, just waiting to get these enemies pretty much. Yeah, another one done. Ba, 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 ba. Come on. There we go. So those are the squirrels we need. So they have to do level 4 suicide so we can get that. We're going to take him out. You just have to make sure not to take him out first. Okay, sinking. Okay, there we go. That's that. So we got that one. Yeah, so as you can see, because Tifa was at a even number, divisible by 4, Tifa went into critical, and she suffers from mini. So definitely a dangerous one to be hit by, but it's not too bad. We also got hit by sadness. So let's do this. Do that. Tent. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so I'm gonna have an empty spot right there. We have that enemy skill right there, so we need to get some greens. I believe we could buy some right now. Oh, we could also do this. Let's sit here and enjoy the music of the chocobo. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, definitely worth it because of what they give us. Yeah, so we just wait. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Choco Mog Materia, our first summon materia. It's definitely worth it. So we're going to throw that on... Let's give that the red. Alright, let's take this off. Okay, you had all fire, elemental, lightning. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we have to talk to... Oh, I can't remember his name. Come on, where are you? Choco Billy, okay. You want a chocobo? Give me one. The old folks are out of luck. Old folks? We're all out of chocobos. I'm taking care of the ones out there for someone else. You know, if you really want a chocobo, you should go out and catch one. Want to know how to catch a chocobo? Not interested. So we're just going to skip it. Well then, shall we get down to business? I'll sell you the chocobo lure for 2,000 gil, right now. Buy it. Thanks. Wouldn't hurt to buy some greens, either. Oh, and how fast a chocobo will finish eating depends on what type of greens you feed them. And we will actually buy some because we need to get these. So we're going to get 11 or so. We don't need too many because of what we need to do. Alright, so now that we have everything set up, we have the enemy skill that we got, so that's good. We have the mimic greens right there where we need them. So now we need to use this to get another element enemy skill. Choco Buckle. So we have to equip Chocobo Lure. So we're going to undo that, take this, and we just run around on the tracks. And then we wait to listen for the music. It'll be a pretty obvious one. And the first thing... No, not that one. So we're going to run away here, actually. Yeah, so Choco Buckle is a pretty rare one that not many know about, I guess. Or at least most people tend to forget it's a skill because of how hard it is to get, because you need the enemy skill level 4 suicide. You have to feed a certain chocobo greens because that chocobo has to have like an even number level just so it could be affected like Tifa was earlier. That's what has to happen. And then once that happens, the chocobo uses Choco Buckle on the person that uses the enemy skill, level 4. And there's the music. So let's see if we can actually get it to work here. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to do this again. Okay, we have to keep him around, so let's wait. I don't know if this is the right one, but we'll see. Okay, Cloud will do his thing. We'll see what happens after this. If it is the right one, it'll use that attack. Okay, so it got hit, and here it is, Choco Buckle. We got it. There we go. Yeah, we'll continue the battle to make sure we keep it. Yeah, so all in all, it's not that hard to set up once you know what to do, because you really just need that other enemy skill. And then greens to keep the chocobo on the field, and then you have to run into a certain leveled one. And how you know what level the chocobo is, it is dependent on what enemies spawn with it. Because there are actually several different places around the world map that have chocobos, and that usually tells us which one we need. So now that we have 4 enemy skills now, and one of the harder ones to get, we are pretty much good to go. So let's reset everything here. We're going to give him back Chocomog. And now we're going to head back to Calm because we cannot proceed any farther because of the story progression. So Chocobuckle itself is kind of an interesting attack because how the damage calculation for it happens is kind of interesting compared to some of the other attacks that we get for enemy skills. The more times we run away, the stronger Chocobuckle gets. And the cool thing with Chocobuckle is that it only costs 3 MP. So since we only ran a couple of times, this is how much damage it's going to do. So we're just going to wait for it to happen. Yes, as you can see, it did 28. So the more times we run away, the higher damage it's going to do. There we go. Yeah, and if you run away like a bunch of times, it makes Chocobuckle very cost effective because of the low amount of MP it needs. So hard to get, but very useful. We have an enemy I need to take out because he has a tendency of stealing stuff. And let's just use this so we can see it. Death Blow. Yeah, we literally summon a Chocobo and a Mog. Or a Moogle. Alright, and a potion. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah, got pretty lucky with Chocobuckle too. Got that pretty fast. Because I usually wait until like much later, because whatever. But I figured I would at least show it now. In this first part. Oh, this must be calm. Everyone's waiting at the end. Let's go, Cloud. Let's go, Cloud. Well, let's go somewhere else, because there are things we need to do. Yeah, so we will be back later. There isn't anything else up here just yet. Okay, nothing in there. I'm gonna go up the stairs here because I'm gonna do this. Peacemaker, a weapon for Vincent, yeah. And a neat little spot where most people miss. Alright, we're gonna go this way eventually. Come on. I'm gonna take that, guard source. And then we're going to move on to the next house. Yeah, so a lot of places usually have like something inside it. Like this one has a dog. Oh, is he not going to move? There we go. Ether and the infamous locked chest. Alright, let's see, we're gonna get this item. Another ether. And that is it up here, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of the name Calm, the music that they have for this area, or this town, I feel like it's one of the better tracks. Definitely a good one. We're gonna get some hypers, and we're gonna get some tranquilizers. So we're good with that item. And since we didn't get Hard Edge, unfortunately, we can get it later on. We can buy it in the store, but not for a while. We're going to get some materia, which means we're going to get some earth and other stuff if we did happen to miss. And we're going to get heal. Let's see. I don't need sense. So let's keep Shokum more. Ice, lightning. Let's do this. Heal. Okay. Yeah, as long as everybody has like, something with them, that's fine. And we have the weapon store, which we finally have the first weapon that we can get for Cloud, which is kind of nice. This one is not as strong as Hard Edge, which Hard Edge has an attack of 32 and it has 4 slots, just like with the Atomic Scissors that we just got for Barrett and the Striking Staff we had gotten earlier for Aerith. But the Mithril Saber, definitely a decent one to get. We already have the Atomic Scissors for Barrett, so we don't need that. We're going to get this for her. We already have that. We don't need these. Okay, and we are good to go. Alright, so now we just hop into the inn and continue on. Alright, time to yell at a cabinet. Cloud, you're late. But first, we're gonna get angry here. So we have an item here, but we can't reach it. So we're gonna try again. And try again. And try again. God damn it! Received a Mega Elixir. Yeah, in the original, it says dropped. So there was a little bit of a dialogue scene for that. Yo, man, you're late. Yeah, I had to punch a cabinet. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, I guess everyone's here now. So, let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis of the planet. Let's hear it all. Oh boy. I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he was older than me and hardly ever talked about himself. So I guess you'd call us war buddies. We trusted each other, till one day. One day? After the war, it was Soldier's duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. Yeah, now for the calm flashback. Sure is raining hard. Hey, how are you doing? I'm alright. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. Everything okay? Hey. Settle down. They gave me some new material. I can't wait to use it. Just like a kid. You gonna brief us about the mission? This isn't a typical mission. Good. Why do you say that? I joined Soldier to be like you, but the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission. Kind of a way to prove to myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth? I thought you wanted a briefing. Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. First, we'll dispose of those creatures, then we'll locate the problem and neutralize it. Brutal creatures? Where? The Mako reactor at Nibelheim. Nibelheim. That's where I'm from. Hometown. Sirs, something strange has crashed into the truck. That would be our monster. Alright, so let's see how this plays out. So, sometimes Cloud can die here because of how it is. Sometimes he survives. So, I guess we'll see. Please survive. Oh, he does. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, Cloud can definitely bite it in this fight, because the dragon right there is just one-shots him, because right there he's considered like level 1, but whatever. Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He is far stronger in reality than any stories you may have heard about him. So, where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. And then we reached Nibelheim. Ugh. Yep, Nibelheim. Ugh. How does it feel? It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? So how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father... What does it matter? Alright, let's go. Alright, so we just run up and then Barrett talks. Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that, the name of Sephiroth's mother? I remember Nova. That's that damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. That's right. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can ask questions later. Tifa, I was only... Okay, Cloud, continue. The childhood friends reunite. I was really surprised with Tifa. The town was quiet. Everyone must be in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they were afraid of us. We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure to get to sleep early. Oh. All we need is one lookout, so you others get some rest. Oh, and you may visit your family and friends. And we actually could, sort of. Really isn't much to do. I don't think there's anything in this one. Do we just wander around? Let's take a look around. Oh, you with Shinra? Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, it's you, Cloud. I didn't recognize you. Oh, okay, I remember. Shinra? Shinra? Soldier? Salsa? Aren't you gonna kill the monsters? Are you going to? Let's see. We could go in here and see if there's anything. Welcome. Hey, aren't you? Have I been here before? I don't remember. Now you're pissing me off. This doesn't matter, so get on with it. Yeah, so that kind of happens when we roam around. I believe this is his house. This is my house. It has nothing to do with what happened 5 years ago. Yo, wait, I want to hear. Me too. It's been a long time, right? Tell us more. You saw your family, right? So, this is one of those optional things that we could do in the flashback. We don't have to do it. It normally just adds like extra stuff that actually doesn't really have anything, but either way, we'll see the scene, so we'll click alright. I don't know if you'd call it a family. My father died when I was still young. That's why my mom lived alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mom. My mom, she was a vibrant woman. Hadn't changed at all. But a few days later, she died. But when I saw her, she looked fine. Yes? Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Hi, Mom. Come, come. Let me take a look at you. You look so handsome. So, is this a soldier uniform? Mom, how you've grown. I bet the girls never leave you alone. Not really. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in this city. I feel a lot better if you just settle down with a nice girlfriend. I'm alright. You should have an older girlfriend. One that'll take care of you. I think that would be best for you. Not interested. Are you eating right? I'm alright. Company takes care of me. Is that so? Well, I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. Cloud? Cloud? You know Cloud. Isn't that right, Cloud? I'll always be your mother. Let's stop this. And the other one is Tifa. Man, I'm so nervous. How come? Look, you never know when a monster is going to show up, right? Yeah, that's pretty fair. Cloud? Did you go into my house? Yeah. I thought you might be home. Yeah, we could go upstairs. I don't think there's anything up here. Cloud, did you go into my room? Yeah. Jammed on the piano. Did you play my piano? Yeah, just a little. I can read sheet music too, you know. Let's see. Yeah, so you could play the theme song. Forget it. Can we actually...